Hi, Scorpios, and welcome to your February 2023 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky coming on to talk to you about your month ahead. A nice general reading with intuitive messages, followed by a week-to-week tarot forecast and an extended reading on Patreon, which will be linked below. Okay, Scorpios, welcome to All Planets Direct. Welcome to a new story. Welcome to a very different context. Okay, it's going to get to changing very quickly here in this month of February. You have some wonderful new motivation coming in this month. The Ace of Wands, the Chariot, the King of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. There's a new horizon. There's a new source of income, a new source of motivation, and just a completely different level that you're at energetically. And I really love what I'm feeling. For like the vast majority of Scorpios, finally you've overcome some type of energetic drain maybe that you had on your life. And what I want you guys to do is to really symbolize or show yourself that this has happened. So I'm feeling that for a lot of Scorpios, you had a period of time where there was just like sacrifices that you had to make, or it was hard to understand how you could do all of the things that were on your plate. I feel that a lot of Scorpios had to just like keep scraping things off the plate. And yes, there are still reductions coming in for this entire year of 2023. But with things reducing in the way that they are, you now start to be able to kind of have the full picture experience that you've needed. So being able to travel, being able to move around, being able to be different places, you have a lot more energy to do that type of thing now than you have for many years. And with that energy comes a different terrain that you might have to be on, or a different territory that you might have to enter into. And I want you to understand in the month of February what that's looking like. Some of you are moving, it looks like. Some of you are also embarking on brand new projects. I just love this idea of like the Chariot and the Ace of Wands. So this inspired movement, or this inspired deliberate resourcefulness. That's a great keyword for you right here and right now, resourcefulness. It's a wonderful time for some Scorpios to start a new business. It's a wonderful time to re-strategize or enter into certain life paths as well. So old business ideas can actually come up and flourish here. All right. The ideas that you're getting here, the very responsible, resourceful, reasonable plans, business plans, life plans, health plans are golden. So I would really spend a lot of time in the journal this month, but you also need to be getting out of the house, okay? Already. So especially if you've taken my advice over the last month and hibernated or kept inside or kept really to yourself, it's important to see you getting out and traversing a little bit. This is not actually a month for you to just totally spend like in bed or hiding away. It's a wonderful time for new meetings, for working with someone to create a new lifespan, or a new lifespan that's interesting. Increasing your lifespan here by starting to introduce new nutrients into your diet, new habits, new sleep cycles. That seems important. Because what you can actually do here, Scorpio, in the month of February, it's very positive. Only think of this in a positive way, please. Is you can work with your lifespan, and the span of your wings, the span of your reach can increase here as well. The span of which you once thought was possible increases here. Like the phoenix rising from the ashes, you have learned about life's ups and downs. You have learned about the life cycle. Some of you may be through like experiencing death in the family or loss of relationships, and then the gain on the other side of it, sometimes many years down the road, through seeing that fulfillment in your life, or through seeing that completion, you understand the life cycle more and you understand the lifespan more. So this is very powerful knowledge coming into your life in the month of February, very spiritual. And again, I would definitely point you back to my 2023 year ahead forecast, which I'll link below, where I was talking a lot about how it's not such a effort-filled method of gaining spiritual knowledge in the year of 2023. So it's not always through just like sitting in our chair thinking, how do I understand what I don't get in my life. It's going to be through getting out of the house, through meeting new people, and through embarking something for a lot of you. And I am feeling really potently that just through creating a new business and creating, for some of you, it's like new business, but also for others of you, it's just like a new way of experiencing the day, that you really heal and start to level up. Also, I will say that aside from like getting out of the house more and getting more sunshine if you can, getting more fresh air, going to mountain spaces, or even like ocean areas, really breathing in like the sea breeze if you could. Those things are important, but also I'm really being pulled to that third week energy with the Two of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, and I feel that this is coming through for your entire month. Intuitively, I'm feeling that you have to really work hard and diligently to create the life that you want. Okay, so that's just that's the most important thing I can tell you about this month, Scorpio, is you do have to work diligently to create the life that you want. So what does that mean? That means understanding what it is that you want. Okay, I think the biggest existential crisis that a Scorpio can have right now is not knowing what the heck it is that they're trying to do. Okay, that's when we get into that sort of like idle hands as the devil's handiwork type of cliche. Although I do think that there are times in life where it's nice to recreate and it's nice to have some idle motion. I think that that's already over for you guys by the month of February. I think you had that in January, and you would see how it kind of like makes the mind go crazy. Like Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn, this part of the zodiac is about aiming for a very specific thing and following through, carrying through. It's very much like climbing the mountain energy, the 8th, 9th, and 10th house. So I would, by the third week of February, I mean, actually, you guys have longer than that. Honestly, until the end of this all planets direct phase, April 20th, you have time to like really foment a creative life format for yourself. But that third week of February, I just want to point out to you, is a great time to get down to the nitty gritty details. Like, what do I want? Where do I want to be? What do I want to try to be doing with myself? Because I feel that a lot of you are in that super powerful place where you're choosing that kind of thing, which feels really nice. Also, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Chariot card are your two only major arcanas this month. So there is a change in fortune. Some of you, for quite a few of you, actually, it's for the better. And I want you guys to symbolize this for yourself somehow. I don't know, buy yourself a necklace, buy yourself a ring, buy yourself, if you can, or just, I don't know, go to the top of the mountain and look down at the vista and remember that moment. Like, give yourself either a moment or some type of physical reminder that this time happened, okay, that you did overcome something, that you did complete something, that you did sort of like graduate from a certain area of your life. Because from that point of view, you have a different range of power, and you need to know that about yourself, okay? Because the old muscle memory is not going to do. By the time we get to May of 2023, after all planets direct is over, we have to have seen that we have started to change the game up a little bit. So, yes, by the end of February, you will really know that things have changed and that you have a different means of generating your own well-being. And with the Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, I mean, there's a lot of energy here, Scorpios. There's a lot of like, I'm ready to try, I'm ready to step into my next thing, and I'm ready to also find new ways to be resourceful. We want to have a feeling of progress with the Chariot. I feel that the Chariot is so good for you right now, like just solving your problems and overcoming some of your trials. You're very strong. Let's talk about your week to week. Week number 1, the King of Wands rooted down by the Queen of Swords. Perfect. Motivation meets good judgment. The desire aspect of the mind meets the logical aspect of the mind. Being able to merge these things together. I mean, holy Scorpio, this is like good stuff coming up for you. And I'm just so happy to see it because you're finally going to be achieving some degree of balance, if you like, in the first week of February. And there is an interesting aspect that the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands have in common. They both have the sword and the wand vertically, perpendicular to their face. So symbolically, that means that you're looking at something head on, and it means that you're seeing something for what it is. And there's no like, taking different angles or perspectives or trying to like see things from like a certain point of view. Things are very honest and blunt, actually. So that's a great time to honestly probe where you're at with certain things and see things for what they are and see things for the truth that they are. And then to be able to also edit or cut things differently in your life based on seeing the way things are. The second week, the Chariot rooted down by the Knight of Pentacles. I love it. Very entrepreneurial energy coming up there for you. For those of you who've wanted to start a new business, that looks very sound at that point in time. It looks like you're ready to experience new territories, whether or not that has anything to do with business or not. I feel that you are up to some kind of new business, whether that's on pen and paper or whether that's like a new dating regime or a new health regime. Any type of new regime you can imagine is very good to start getting together by then. You are very supported with something that you're doing in the second week of February. So enjoy that boost of energy. Maybe having like a lot of ginseng in your diet, ginger, even I've been drinking like lemon ginger tea lately, and that's been lovely for me. Also, you could, just have a very kind of clean energy about you as well. There's a purity, there's a cleanliness, there is a strength because of your resolve as well, your resourcefulness. Good stuff. Week number 3, it's similar. It's 2 of Wands rooted down by 8 of Pentacles. New work that you enjoy. So if you don't like your job anymore, if you don't like the work that you're doing every day, that needs to be noticed, and you need to understand what it is that you want to do with yourself. What do you enjoy? What do you like building? What do you like constructing? What are you creating? That is coming up for you in the 3rd week to really understand. And then the diligent life planning that I was talking about. Diligently framing out the type of life that you want for yourself. You can have good luck with that there. New horizons and new labors of love. Okay. I feel that 8 of Pentacles is a good card for Scorpio right now because I think that it was very in shadow for you over the last few years. I feel that there are a lot of Scorpios who pushed too hard, who overworked, who associated like labor with productivity or labor with positive outcomes. And a lot of you just have to revamp the labor aspect of your life. Like a lot of you have to get a healthier work-life balance. A lot of you need also work that you enjoy more. So that is opening to you to resolve there. Week number 4, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, rooted down by the Ace of Wands. Try to get excited about the new options you have in your life, okay? Also, different support mechanisms, different financial realities, different status, different also opposition here. So that will be very apparent coming into the 4th week. You're also very passionate about something. Ace of Wands, King of Wands, 2 of Wands. It's kind of like the seeds of a new project here, or the like passion project has been coming up for a lot of people in the month of February. So what are you passionate about? What the heck do you want to do, Scorpios? There's like this feeling of like, just tell us what you want and we're going to provide it. Like, I'm also feeling that it's all on you, okay? No one else can select this stuff for you. Nobody else can recommend or advise you about how to move forward here. This is your job here to decide what you want to do with yourself. And that's coming in as a sort of tough love nudge for many Scorpios from the universe this month. It's going to be very hard if you start asking like lawyers or accountants or advisors what to do with your life. That's going to be very harsh. Also, even like doctors or astrologers or as I feel Scorpio got too passive. Not all Scorpios, if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. I'm very happy if this doesn't resonate for you. But I feel a lot of Scorpios got so passive or so like scared even to express or put themselves where they wanted to be that they started trying to get other people to push them where they wanted to be. If that's happened to you, that's like a toxic water sign trait sometimes, where we're too afraid to assert ourselves and we just kind of like conform to other people's containment. try to get yourself out there. Try to be what you want to be, and definitely there could be, just because of how direct and actually masculine and yang oriented air energy of Aquarius stuff, especially in Aquarius season, with the Chariot, the King of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Ace of Wands. This is a time where you have to tell people what it is that you want and what it is that you're going for, because people will be overwhelmed by you if they feel like they're having to solve a puzzle when you're trying to like express yourself to them, or if they feel like you're trying to get them to like push you to be what they want to be. That's complicated. If you're trying to get them to push you to be what you want to be, that's going to feel like a riddle. That's going to feel like a puzzle, and no one's going to want to engage with that. So this is really just a matter of understanding what you want and clarifying that to other people. And that can be very healing, to get that clarity and to not be afraid of your truth, and to also, I do think there's some type of karma with like fearing other people opposing you, or fearing other people like subverting you, or also envying you. And so you're maybe afraid to really express clearly because you're afraid of like not being successful, or you're afraid of not doing things right. In that case, I would start learning. If that fear is still preventing you at this point in time, I would start just really increasing your knowledge of history, of, I don't know, the way that the current systems work at a very detailed level, not even such a spiritual level, but a really clear, detailed, like how the current legal system works, how the current economic system works. And I would really focus on gaining like a real world type of knowledge, because that will always, even like language or culturally relevant things, if you feel like you can't be where you want to be right now, always studying is a good option. But eventually it's never going to be easier, okay, than this time to like really express who you want to be and what you want to do with yourself. So anyway, Scorpios, let's talk more about this in your extended reading. Let's talk about the Chariot more, and getting that confidence to really have forward momentum. And also, let's talk a little bit more about creating healthier work ethic in your extended, which I will link below. And in the center of your screen, have a beautiful month. Scorpios, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to get notified when further readings come out. Talk to you soon, Scorpios. Bye.